Global commerce has been powered by the human identity since the beginning of time. And building a blockchain and an exchange system that places the human identity of the consumer at the center of all transactions is at the heart of the vision of the blockchain ecosystem. It started as a simple mission statement: to deliver the consumer a new kind of privacy and reward them financially for participating in distributed e-commerce marketplaces powered by small and mid-sized companies and micropreneurs just like you. And this required capturing these transactions as real value. You see, we know two things. The human identity is the information that powers global commerce today. And unfortunately, we also know that your human identity is bought and sold in a global identity slave trade. You see, information equals data plus value. You may have heard someone say data is the new oil. But oil is not usable until it is refined. Refined oil has value. So data is refined by big technology companies that are leveraging artificial intelligence and big data analytics on their own centralized systems that they own to add data to value, producing information. And information is unique. It's non-fungible. And I think just like the human identity, it deserves to be decentralized and distributed for better performance, better protection, and better privacy. There's a term you may be familiar with called surveillance capitalism, where big tech companies are assembling your browsing history, your purchasing behaviors, and so much more, and they're selling it to the highest bidder. And it doesn't matter if it's a friendly company you purchase from or a foe, a hacker ready to hack and steal your identity. Both are engaging in the same activities. And it's wrong and it needs to stop, and we should never ever not be compensated for the information that we're producing again. You see, when we use the decentralized ID to represent our human identities, it changes everything. Instead of being stored in a centralized database, it's stored in an impossible to hack distributed blockchain. So no more lost driver's license or passports, no more having your identity hacked, and no more big tech companies selling our data and then having it used and leveraged for political advertising. With my very own decentralized ID, the data becomes transparent. I can now see who's accessing my data, when they're accessing it, where and how, and I can have control over it. And here's where it starts to get really interesting. If a decentralized ID has Boolean weight, like a coin, then the past or forecasted buying decision of the human identity can be tokenized as numismatic value. And just like any collector assigning value to art, a business would assign value to your buying decision and you'll be reimbursed.